YouTube. Oh, look at that stretch from that girl. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to post an Insta story saying I was live on YouTube. I like to do that to let the Instagram audience know that I'm live on YouTube. But I didn't do that. Oops, I just forgot. Sorry, Instagram audience. That's okay, Leia. They'll survive. Still waiting for people to get in here, Leia. Oh, there they are. Hey, Yasmin. Hey, Pokeblocks. Hey, Puppy Luna. What's going on, everyone? How we doing? How we holding up? Oh my God, I came so quickly. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you. Good morning from California. Good morning, Firewater Phoenix. I'm okay. I'm a little sleep deprived. Things that I have just not been sleeping the past couple of days. I got like 6 hours of sleep last night. Both Huskies just let me sleep through the night from 1 a.m. until 7 a.m. It was great. It was glorious. But I'm coming off of like not a lot of sleep the 2 nights previous. So, oh, thank you, Yasmin. Suze Esquire says hello, beautiful girl. Hello, Suze. Six all at once. Woohoo! Yeah, Manders. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, I needed it badly. Hiya, found out I need a heart monitor. I understand you on no sleep, work graveyard shifts. Oh, Carolyn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oof. Ishmeen says, OMG, Leia. Yasmin says, we love you, Leia. Or we love Leia. Oh, bless you. You were the best daddy ever. That's not true, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you. Y'all, we got Stormy. Hey, Stormy. Thanks for being here, you guys. Sorry I'm so late. I'm 23 minutes late. One, Leia needed her meds. So that just like took me a bit to get her meds together. And then two, my friend Melanie is staying with us right now, and she doesn't know how to use the coffee machine. So I made her a latte so that she could function this morning. So that's why I'm late. Leia is a little zonked. She's no longer on sedatives. But she is on pain meds. So, yeah. Leia's surgery went great. Rhea. I am working on an update video. Savannah, my stream schedule is right here on YouTube. Yeah, if you just go to youtube.com/@SiberianDerpskis and you navigate over to posts, you'll see it there. The November stream schedule. So the short version is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. UTC. I will be on YouTube for Husky streams. And I'll be going for at least an hour, probably more like somewhere between an hour and a half. Every Tuesday and Thursday. So, except if you look at the Husky schedule or the stream schedule, I had one scheduled for Monday of this week and I skipped it because I had a meeting come up at the last minute. But yeah, it's a little Marielle. It's a little column A, a little column B on her snooze. It's just hard to say. So yeah, she's good. She's doing great. She's recovering really nicely. The first couple of nights were rough. Well, the first night was rough. Sorry, guys. The deck is so wet. It has been pouring all morning. And it has finally stopped raining. And I'm just, like, very uncomfortable. Because I can't sit down. Because my butt will get all wet. And I have to keep the camera low to the ground. So that you guys can see Leia. Because you want to see Leia. Look at her. She's so beautiful. And so it's just, it's a little uncomfortable. Hey, Mom's the boss. Living on the wet coast. Goblin. Breach. Hey, Moose. Cheese Moose. Hey, everyone. Happy time zones. Oh, Leia. How are you, Jonathan? Did you get some sleep? I got 6 straight hours of sleep last night. Hey, Maggie. My son decided to throw a car, and it hit my face and cracked my tooth. Oh, my God. Your son can lift a car? Mom's the boss. Thank you so much for that $5. Is that a laughing avocado? No, it's a pear. That's a pear. Yeah, are you okay, Maggie? Is your son Kryptonian? Because he lifted a car. You guys get it. A Hot Wheel car. Yeah, I figured it was something like that, Maggie. I'm so sorry. That sucks. My brother cracked my tooth once, and I actually never got it fixed. So I have like a tiny chip in one of my teeth. And we were on a road trip, and I was driving, and got out of the car to gas up, and he was in the passenger seat, and I like was leaning into the window, the passenger window, to talk to him about what he wanted me to buy him for snacks from the gas station. I was being like the best brother ever, and he thought it would be funny to like, I don't know how to describe how it was. Like the window was halfway down, and my head was just kind of like over the half down window, and he thought it would be funny to just like put the window up right then, and the window just cracked into my tooth, and I chipped a tooth, and I hated him. I was really mad at him, and he just kept laughing at me. Oh, my sweet princess. Yeah, Nick. She's doing okay. She's doing really good. I can't show you the scar or the incision site right now. You know what I will say? I have like barely used the cone for Leia. I put it on her at night just because like I'm asleep and there's nothing I can do and that sort of thing. But she has made absolutely no attempt whatsoever to lick her wounds, which is great. Did you get him back for the tooth? Well, actually, he got me back for shooting a rubber dart in his eye when I was like 7 and he was 9. And that might be the reason why he has to wear glasses and contacts to this day. So, because I have perfect vision, he does not. so, I guess he got me back. So, yeah. It was like one of those suction cup darts. Yeah. No, okay, here's the deal. Okay, I contend he lies. He still lies. He lies about that to this day to make himself sound like he's just this, oh no, he was just an innocent, but he was just doing boo, 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 boo. He still lies about it, but he forgets, because I had the little gun that shoots the suction cup darts, and he had a shield, and he, like, held the shield up, and it was like the game, and he was like, I got the shield, and I was like, well, I got the gun, and he was like, well, I got the shield, and then I fired the gun, and I'm just a bad aim, clearly, and I hit him in the eye. And he's like, it was unprovoked and out of nowhere. I'm like, wrong, bullshit. You had the shield. That was the whole point of our little banter back and forth. Emery Janet, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. Or is that a GIF? Is that like our Devil Horns gift? That's cool. Thank you. Leia opening her eyes. Dad being dramatic. She's clearly heard all of this before. Her expression is hilarious. Yeah, she's great. I have a brother who was like that. Yeah. Love how siblings never let anything go. Yeah, that's true. I mean, listen, in his defense, I got a tiny chip on my tooth. He has to wear glasses. So, I do think I got the better end of that deal. And you can't even notice the chip unless I point it out to you. If I point it out to you, you'll be like, oh yeah. There, it is there. But you can't notice it without. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot. You know, I have a few talents, and none of them have to do with anything that regarding like athleticism. Hey Chris, what's up? I accidentally knocked my brother out with a plastic snow globe as a child. That was no accident, Penguin. What is Swizzle Scoops? I'm not even mad. I have a reason now to get out of family dinner with my in-laws tonight. Maggie, be careful, Maggie, okay? Because, listen, let me tell you, online is forever, all right? And this is a VOD. It's up here on YouTube. Anyone can come and watch it, including your in-laws. So just careful what you say. My musical theater knowledge comes in handy occasionally. You know, I bet you're a ringer on trivia night. My younger brother punched me in the face when we were younger and gave me a bloody nose. That's not too bad. That's pretty bog standard, Marie. Hey guys, I know everyone is concerned about Leia post-surgery, and you want me to keep the camera on Leia. I just have, like, nowhere to sit. So we are going to go to Archer for a little bit so that I can kind of sit down, because I'm just in a really... Well, now Archer's not facing the right direction. Can I get a little stool? I'll just muscle through. It'll be fine. There is a dry patch right here where I could sit, but it's also incredibly dirty. Oh my God, what are you doing? Stop giving me money. Oh my God. Oh my God. Kaiser Susie with a 50-pound super chat. Get well soon, Leia. Hope you're all okay. It's Shay Derbskis. Thank you so much, Kaiser Susie. Liam Swift the Do with a €10 super chat. You may remember me. I often watch your videos on the couch with my boyfriend next to me. I love Archer and Leia. They are such icons. Liam, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. That's very, very sweet of you. Can you sit on the edge of the couch? The couch is soaking wet. You might not be able to tell. It's just a sponge. There's a reason why Leia's not on the couch right now. It's because the couch is a sponge, and she's in the dry spot. My sister threw a big-ish stone that hit the back of my head as a kid, caused a fair bit of blood and a lump. Well, I hope you're okay. See how much we all love Leia? No, I know. No, Yasmin, like, sincerely, it is the most humbling thing on the planet. That there are at least 7 people who love Archer and Leia as much as I do. You need to get yourself a foldable chair. You know, I probably have. My wife has all this camping gear. There's like a whole camping closet thing. I bet we've got something in there. Actually, I know we have something in there I can use. She's doing great. So here's the quick Leia update. Okay. And if you've been in any of my Twitch streams this week, you've heard this before, or if you have watched my Instagram stories, you've heard this before. But I also understand that, like, my audiences are pretty siloed. So, like, the people who watch Instagram don't watch YouTube and vice versa. Leia had her surgery on Tuesday the 4th. It went perfect. The vet confirmed, and you can't confirm this with the X-rays because soft tissue doesn't show up. But the X-rays like kind of confirmed that her knee issues were not relating to anything else. But when he cut her open for the surgery, he saw the tendon and he said, yes, it was a partial tear. It was about 40% torn. And in his words, the tendon was on its way out. So it was going to snap sooner rather than later. And then, you know, she would need the surgery anyway. So the surgery was inevitable. I was kind of freaking out about that. That was the biggest thing I struggled with. Because, like, she could still get around. She could still do her jump spins. We were still walking 7 miles a day. And I felt like a piece of shit for scheduling her the surgery when the tendon hadn't completely snapped, and we couldn't be 100% sure it was the tendon until they, like, cut her open. But they did confirm it's the tendon. So that made me breathe a sigh of relief of, like, okay, I didn't do this unnecessarily. This surgery, like, no matter what, she was going to need this surgery. So, and if that's the case, then like sooner the better. So we made the right call. I was really freaking out about that. I know I brought it up in my videos, talking about Leia getting her surgery, but yeah, I was. That's the thing I was struggling with the most. Was like, I know how hard the recovery is on Leia, and I wouldn't want to put her through that unnecessarily. She's dreaming. Can you see her eye twitching right now? Look at her. Look at her. Amory Janet, my actual Facebook account is facebook.com/Siberian Derpskis. It has 107,000 followers, and it has a blue check mark. That's how you know it's me. You can also go to SiberianDerpskis.com, and that will redirect you to a campsite link in bio thing. And I link to all of my social channels there so that you can see where the Facebook, which one is the real Facebook. I also think in my YouTube bio, I link to the real Facebook. So each platform like links to the correct platform. So I'll try to remember that, Amber. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Thank you, Stormy. Yes, Stormy just linked it. So yeah, there are so many fakes and pretenders on Facebook. It's genuinely infuriating. But the real one, 107,000 followers, and it's got a blue check mark, and it's just facebook.com/Siberian Derpskis. And all the fake ones are like facebook.com/ and then a random string of numbers and letters. But if it's /Siberian Derpskis, that's me. There was a time like a year and a half ago when some of the fake accounts had like a lot more followers than I did. like I had like 10,000 followers on Facebook, and some of the fake accounts had like 40,000. But I was able to get the really big fake accounts deleted, which was awesome. But there are still some fake accounts with like 5, 6, 7,000 followers. So, and it took like a year to get them deleted. Remember the Twitch chat with the hundreds of subscription gifts? Yes, I do. No, everyone has been so generous this week. So we did the Twitch front page extravaganza on October 21st. And the community was incredibly generous then, which I didn't deserve. And then really since Leia's surgery, people have been like, I feel bad Leia had surgery. Here's some money. I've been like, thank you. You don't have to do this. So I feel very icky when people spend money on me. But I promise you, it all goes to Archer and Leia. Have you found the page Bundle of Bullies yet? Mr. One Tooth is the cutest. I actually don't know that page. Okay, I was mid story about Leia's surgery. So the surgery went great. Her tendon was 40% torn. Oh, $5 super chat from Doc Floppy. Surgery for your pups is always nerve-wracking. I really hope Leia recovers quickly. Thank you so much, Doc Floppy. Thank you. She first night was terrible. Her first night back, she was just crying literally all night. She was up all night. She let me sleep from about 3 a.m. until 5:30 a.m. And then I was up with her, and she was crying. And then she let me sleep again from like 7:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. And that was it, the first night, Tuesday night after her surgery, which was so rough. That was so rough because she was just crying constantly. Yesterday, Wednesday, I was kind of a zombie, but we did a lot of Twitch streaming, which was fun, super fun. And I stopped her on the trazodone. The vet called yesterday morning. I talked with them about like the last 24 hours, her experience, everything. And they were like, there's nothing that you said that concerns us, really. It just sounds like that's like normal for her, like recovering from surgery, which is just like the best case scenario is it's still like a little traumatic for her. and we agreed that I should stop giving her the trazodone because it is a sedative. It's supposed to keep her calm, but for some dogs, it just like makes them worse. And I just think Leia is one of those dogs. I just think the trazodone just makes her worse. So I have stopped giving her trazodone. She's still on all the pain meds, but I've stopped giving her the trazodone. Last time she had trazodone was yesterday morning. And so she didn't get any yesterday afternoon or last night or this morning. And I think she's better without it. She's certainly a lot calmer without it. Like, look at her. She's just snoozing, not crying. She slept through the night last night, which is huge. The issue is Leia is now like, okay, I figured out how to walk on 3 legs. So you should just take me for a walk. We should just walk. Like last night at like midnight, she was actively trying to get me to take her to the end of the block and like take her around the block and that sort of thing. It's like, Leia, no. So that was rough. She got to the end of the block, or she got like halfway down the block, and I was like, no, we're not going any further. We've already gone further than we should, Leia. We're turning around. And she refused to turn around. So I had to call my wife, who came outside onto like the front stoop and started calling for Leia. And that was the only way I could get Leia to come home. So Nick Morton, Lord of the Dirt member for 10 months? God damn, thank you, Nick. Turkey tendons don't heal dog tendons. Good to know. Thanks for all the joy. And hey, remember the hundreds of Twitch subscriptions donations the other day? I do, Nick. Was that you, Nick? Or are you just bringing that up? Are you Alicia? Are you and Alicia the same person? I guess I've never seen you in the same room at the same time. They don't realize they have to recover. Yeah, no, it's true. It's so jarring to get reminders that they don't fully understand what's going on and just genuinely think as soon as they're done constantly suffering, they should climb Mount Everest. Yeah, no, that's correct. Will you be doing puppy PT? Yes, Figmenter, but they're really booked up. So the earliest I could get her in was December. So we're not going to be doing it until, it's either December 1st or 2nd. It's either the Monday or the Tuesday. I can't remember. I need to look at my calendar. So, yeah, it is pouring now, by the way. It has started raining. So the Huskies and I are just kind of hiding under the eaves of the house. I mean, we're fine. We're dry, but, you know, it is what it is. They love being outside, so... Will she do hydrotherapy? She will, Moose. Yeah. I mean, she did 12 weeks of hydrotherapy the first time she had a TPLO surgery. I don't know that we'll do 12 weeks this time. We might do 8. But we'll see. I mean, she doesn't want to go inside. So the only thing that concerns me about her being outside, honestly, is I don't want her wound to get wet. So I've got like baby wipes, and every couple of hours I've been cleaning it with a baby wipe. Like, she's not needed it. I'm trying to be overly cautious about it. So I feel like Fry right now in Futurama. Shut up and take my money. Well, thank you, Nick. Your support means the world. Sincerely. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's subscribed on Patreon and the YouTube channel members. Like Nick Morton. The real Nick Morton. It means the world. Thank you. Did you say before that you're close to one of the Washington National Parks? If yes, which was it? Feels like to me you said close to Olympic. I mean, I'm in Seattle, Pretzel, so there are national parks all around us. There's Cascades National Park. There's Mount Rainier National Park. There's Olympic National Park. And or North Cascades National Park, I should say. And they're all, 2 hours or less from my house, hour and a half or less from my house. So, are you going to bring Archer for support like before when she did PT? Yes. If I bring Leia someplace, I'm taking Archer, and vice versa. So, did you get to take Archer for a walk yesterday? Archer didn't go on any walks yesterday. I mean, I am in Washington, Pretzel, but I'm in Seattle, Seattle, Washington. So, yeah. I live in North Seattle. I'm not going to get more specific than that, but I do live in North Seattle. So you're looking at sunny North Seattle right now. How's Archer handling her post-surgery? When my AM staff had his TPLO, Hella, my pug, would not leave his side. That's really cute. You know, Archer has been really good. He was so upset when Leia left for her surgery, and he was so excited when they brought her out from surgery when we picked her up that day. He was so excited. It was so cute. And he was being really cute. What I would say is Archer keeps like coming up to her and just going like nose to nose with her. And when Leia's only cried out in pain a couple of times, and it was kind of the first day back. It was on the Tuesday night, and every time she did, Archer would just run over from the other side of the house and just like run right up to Leia and like go nose to nose with her. And he was like, she just yelled in pain. It is very cute. I don't have any footage of it because, you know, I was dealing with Leia, but, you know. Yasmin says, I love your balcony. Never seen one in England. I feel deprived. Okay, here's the thing, Yasmin. You know, I've talked about this before, you know, or maybe you don't. My family's British. My dad was English. I would not describe this as a balcony. I would call this a deck. I think it is distinct from a balcony. Now, maybe that's American parlance. I don't know. Maybe it's just because in England, they don't really have decks, as you said. But I would call this a deck. I live in the Seattle area, and I keep wondering if I'll randomly run into you in the puppers. Wishing Leia speedy recovery. Aaron, I mean, it's possible, but we don't really leave North Seattle. We go everywhere in North Seattle, from like Golden Gardens to Magnuson. You know, we go everywhere in North Seattle, but we don't really leave North Seattle. It's kind of rare that I take them to like South Lake Union or anything like that. Yeah, balconies have no stairs. I think that Manders is correct. Yeah, I think a balcony does not have steps, but distinct from a patio. I think a patio is like made of. I think a patio has nothing underneath it. I think a patio would be on the ground. It would have earth underneath it. But a deck is elevated and has steps. And a veranda is a very specific type of deck. And a porch is like a mini veranda centered around the main portal to the home. It's like porch, deck, veranda, balcony, patio. They're all vaguely related, I think, in my humble opinion. Pergola. This is a pergola. Kind of like the most useless roof. I would describe a pergola as a useless roof. SLU as South. SLU is South Lake Union. So literally, Lake Union is a lake here in Seattle, and South Lake Union is the neighborhood on the southern shore of Lake Union. Pretty straightforward. But weirdly, the neighborhood on the northern shore of Lake Union is Fremont or Wallingford. Kind of the border between the two is right there. What game are you playing now for PS5? Ghost of Yotei. Were you disappointed with the Mariners? Eddie, I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, so I'm a Pirates fan, so I'm always disappointed. But it was fun. It was really fun being in Seattle with the Mariners in the World Series. It was really fun. I want to play Ghost of Yotei so bad. I've not even started it because I was like, I'm going to play it on stream. Currently on stream, I'm doing Dispatch. We did episodes 1 through 5 on stream. Had a blast. Just ran out of time yesterday, or actually Leia started crying yesterday, so I ended the stream before we did episode 6. If I have time this afternoon, I might do episode 6 this afternoon. And yeah, then I'll probably stream Ghost of Yote, because I want to play it so bad. I can't believe I've not played it yet. Hi, Jonathan. Brittany here. Quick cue. Do your babies have sensitive tummies? I've been following you for a bit, but not too long, so not sure if that's ever been a video topic. So they don't have sensitive tummies. They're just very picky eaters, both of them. Archer is much less of a picky eater than Leia, but even still, there are things where like I'll put in front of him and he'll be like, no. Leia does have like chronic acid reflux. I don't know if you were here last year, September of 2024. There was like a 3-week odyssey where Leia had this like nonstop cough, and she had like every test under the sun, and we ruled out everything. I spent like, I think $8,000 in diagnostics on her. She had like crazy tests done, and they ruled out everything from like heart issues, lung issues, throat issues, like everything. And they arrived at like, it's probably just acid reflux. So now she just takes like omeprazole, which is just an over-the-counter like Prilosec for acid reflux. And that fixed it. So, can't believe it's been that long. Yeah. No, Manders, I know. Archer can be picky. I guess he's not picky, but he can be picky. It's just like every now and again, there's a food or there's a treat, and I'll put it in front of him. He's just like, I'm not feeling this. So, it's not unprecedented. I feel like you got fleeced, Jonathan. Well, it was like a lot of tests. It was like a 6-week ordeal where we kept doing tests and kept like, it was like, okay, well, we can't see anything with the throat swab, so let's try an X-ray. Okay, we don't see anything on the X-ray, so we did like an angiogram. I think that's what it's called, like a heart thing. And we did this other thing where they like flood her lungs with a fluid and then like sample the fluid to see if there's anything going on with her lungs. And they did an esophageal scope and like all this stuff. And we like ruled out everything except for acid reflux. And they're like, try giving her some of this like very cheap over-the-counter medicine. And that fixed it. So, oh, I'm sorry, that Kurai guy. You know, it was really only an issue when she gets super excited and then she'll start coughing. So, she just like stirs up the stomach acid. Poor girl. She's okay. I mean, like really, mom's the boss. She's thriving. Mine both have huskies, drive me insane with pickiness. Yeah. I mean, I've talked about my other huskies before, but my husky Puck, every 6 weeks, he would get tired of his food. His entire life. Every 6 weeks, he would be like, I don't like this brand anymore. And then we'd have to buy a new brand. And we did this every 6 weeks, and he lived to be just shy of 18. He died in August. His birthday was in December. So yeah, he was 4 months shy of his 18th birthday. And yeah. Do you have a favorite team in the current season of The Amazing Race? I have not been watching the current season of The Amazing Race, Pixie Dust. I wait until the whole show has run its course, and then my wife and I will binge a season in like 4 nights. 18 is ancient for a husky, yeah. I have been very lucky, Casey, in that all of my dogs have lived to be at least 16. Like all of my childhood dogs. And I really credit, now I'm not a vet, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I can tell you my parents are very cheap, and they only ever bought like the cheapest food imaginable for their dogs. Like I'm talking like $30 for a massive bag of kibble. But they were always very diligent about exercising their dogs. So they always got a bunch of walks every single day. And I you know, just completely anecdotal. Take it with a big grain of salt because I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. But my my thing is I think exercise is the most important for a dog's longevity. Did you see that little ski jump stretch she did? You're such a wonderful girl, Leia. I love you so much. You're so beautiful. Good girl, Leia. That was such a good ski jump stretch. Thank you, Leia. My childhood cat lived to 21. Not gonna lie, I fed him fancy for like 19. Then he got thin. He decided he only loved the crappiest cheese and gravy Friskies. I humored him. Yeah, 40 wolves. I get that. I actually, Roxy was the oldest cat I've ever had, and she lived to be 19. Daddy's talking and interrupting my nap. Stretch. You're not wrong, Audrey. She is very beautiful. She's my spirit animal, especially when she gets rawr. Thank you, Amber. Every time I'm always a little worried when I post like a Leia Sharky video, because I will get the comments of people being like, that type of aggression is not acceptable and you are a bad person. And like, kind of not wrong. Kind of not wrong, honestly. Like, I agree. But like, it doesn't bother me. And like, I want to be clear about two things. One, she literally only ever does that to me. She has never, ever, ever done that to another person, ever. That's one. And then two is she's never hurt me. She has never, ever hurt me. Oh, yeah, she doesn't do that to my wife. She doesn't do that to, like, my friends when they're visiting. She doesn't do it to my wife's brother. She doesn't do it to my mom. Like no one. She only does it to me. Yeah, it is a Jonathan exclusive. You're correct, Moose. And again, she's never hurt me. So if either of those things weren't true, I would be more concerned about it. I do get a little bit, like, every time I post one where she's being Sharky, I'm like, okay, I know people are going to comment on this and tell me that I'm a terrible person. I know that, because it happens every time I do. You know what, though? Full disclosure, like, behind the curtain, I don't make a lot of money from Facebook. I make very, very little money from Facebook. But last December, I posted a video where she was being kind of Sharky. And it didn't put up any numbers on any platform. It was just like a normal video on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. But for some reason, it went viral on Facebook. And I had thousands of comments from people being like, you're a piece of shit. You're the worst. You think this behavior is acceptable? You need to die. And that video on Facebook earned me $1,000, which is the most money I have by a wide, wide, wide margin. The most money I've ever made on Facebook. And it paid for all my Christmas presents. All the Christmas presents I bought, everyone on my list, was paid for by Facebook's hate. I was like, this is beautiful. The internet's a beautiful place. Thank you, internet villains. Thank you so much. You made my Christmas. So, no, it's fine. Like, again, I think they're right. I do, on paper, I think they're correct. Like, it's not good behavior. It isn't. It isn't. When a dog is being, like, Sharky like that. But it's not good behavior. But at the end of the day, like, my perspective is that Leia is not a danger or a risk to other people, other dogs, other cats. Any other animal, I'm not going to say she's not a danger to bunnies. She probably is, you know. But like people, dogs, cats, she will never hurt. And, you know, she's not a flight risk. She won't run away, which is crazy for a husky. That's insane for a husky. You know, those are kind of my priorities. Like, well, is she going to run away? Is she going to hurt other creatures? And when the answer to that is no, I kind of don't care about the rest. The rest, I'm just like, okay, well, I want her to have a personality. I'm not going to, like, try to train out her personality. See, ferrets, I think she would accidentally hurt a ferret. I think she probably thinks ferrets are cats. Because the way she reacts to cats and the way she reacts to ferrets are, like, really similar. So I think she thinks a ferret is just, like, a long, stinky cat. Because she grew up with cats, so she knows what cats are. And she's only seen a ferret, like, 3 times ever. But every time she's been like, what the hell is that? She's been so excited about it. So, yeah. She does get very excited when she sees raccoons. I just, you know, again, she will never meet a raccoon. Because I don't trust her around it. I don't think she would intentionally hurt a ferret. I think she would definitely accidentally hurt a ferret. I don't think she would realize how easy it would be for her to accidentally hurt that ferret. She does love coyotes. I'm not worried about her hurting a coyote. Coyotes are pretty, you know. If anything, I'm worried about her, like, following the coyote into the den, you know. Goblin, I do think she would actually intentionally hurt a bunny. Squirrels and bunnies, she's reactive to in a way that she isn't reactive to with, like, cats. It's just a different reaction, and I don't really know how to quantify it. I don't know how to put it, how to, like, pinpoint it, other than, like, honestly, like, kind of vibes, and, like, maybe the tone that she uses in her like, excited screeching. But I don't know how to put it into words. I just, like, look, I know her very well. I think because basically from the time she was 8 weeks old until this moment, I have more or less spent every waking moment of her life with her. Except for, like, the times I've been on vacation or she has been actively in surgery. I've kind of spent every waking moment with her. So I know her very well. I know her quirks. I know her body language in a way that I don't know how to communicate to other people. And there's something about the vibes when she's excited about a bunny or a squirrel that I'm like, okay, she wants to kill that thing. Versus when she's excited about a cat or a ferret, and I'm like, okay, she wants to befriend that thing. So, yeah. I don't have a better answer than that. But also, we'll never find out because I will never let her get close. Because I don't, intentionally or not, I don't want her to hurt any other creature. So, Archer is very similar. Yeah. Yeah, but like, I mean, you see my videos. I posted one a couple weeks ago that went viral of Leia seeing a cat in the treat store. Like, Archer, weirdly, he was so much closer with Spartacus and Roxy than Leia was. But he doesn't get as excited at seeing, like, stranger cats. Manders is correct. Leia is 7, Archer's 6. And both of their birthdays are in February. So. Post-surgery, hope she has a quick recovery. Thank you, CXY. It's moving apace. Unfortunately, it's a slow recovery. There's nothing we can do to, like, speed it up, you know? It just is what it is. Because they basically, like, rebuilt the bone. Yeah. Oh my god, Sicken Saga Video Gaming. Love from afar with a $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but you did it anyway. And we love you for it. I'm worried about that, Jessica. I am. She hates it when I pick her up. She does not like being picked up. So, it's a problem. What's Archer doing? He's doing the exact same thing that Leia's doing right now. He's snoozing on the deck. He's right over there. The problem is I don't really have a spot to sit next to Archer that's dry. You can see it's raining, and you can see how wet the deck is. And so I am sat in one of the, like, 3 dry spots on the deck. So I know you want to see Archer, but I also don't want my butt wet. So we're all making sacrifices here today. Do they ever get to play with Simba? Yes, they have played with Simba. Never off leash, on leash. It's actually like really cute. I have it 100% is a viral video that I have never filmed, because weirdly Archer gets very upset. And what Archer does, I'll try to describe it to you. How do I describe this? I'll try to demonstrate for you. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me like this. Okay, hang on. Try to demonstrate for you. Now keep in mind I can't see the chat, so bear with me here. But I'll be standing there, right? And let's say like Simba's right in front of me. I'll be holding on to Leia's leash like this, and she and Simba are nose to nose. And Leia's like barking up a storm. She's like, "Row, row, row." And she's doing her jump spins right in front of me, right? Because she's so excited that she's hanging out with Simba. But then Archer is like, how dare this be happening in front of me? And he will get behind me and he'll stick his head out here and he'll have his snoot right here, like he's hiding behind my legs, and he's just growling. He's like, and that's it. And I must look insane. And then Simba's over there just kind of like, and Simba's mom and I are just talking. And that's happened like, a dozen times or so. But you can see why I might not film that. So you can see why I don't have any footage of that. So yeah, it's not raining that hard, Showbiz. Simba is the neighbor dog. Simba is a Belgian Malinois. So yeah, Leia reacted to my Archer impression when I was like, "Row, row." That's when she sat up. She's such a wonderful girl. Does he just want to protect Leia or something? I don't know. I think it's more like me. So Archer gets very upset if he sees me petting another dog. Like, as far as Archer is concerned, I'm allowed to pet him. I'm allowed to pet Leia. And if I ever pet another dog, he's very upset. And so, like, sometimes actually at the dog park, if I'm trying to get Archer to come and he's like, "No, this sniff is great," and he's like all the way over at the other end of the field, I'll just be like, "Oh, this is a pretty dog." And I'll start petting like this strange dog. And I'll be like, "Oh my God, what a beautiful dog you are." And then Archer will notice and he'll be like, "Hell no." And he will bolt from across the field. And then he will put himself between me and the dog. And he'll be like, "This is my dad." So that is earnestly like the most reliable 100% success rate getting Archer to come is just have him see me pet another dog. And he'll be like, "No. So I think that's kind of it. Because he and Simba will go nose to nose at the fence. And they'll just both be wagging their tails. They'll be like, "Hey, man, what's up?" But when the fence isn't there, he's like, "Hey, just so we're clear, that's my dad." So, yeah. Do you ever get any notifications from the dogs you post about adoption? Maggie, that has happened 4 times ever. Only 4 times ever. I've received a DM from a person, and they have said something like, "Hey, I just wanted you to know you posted on your Instagram story about this dog who was on death row and who was going to be put down, and I fell in love with them, and I drove to the shelter and I adopted them, and I've had them for like 3 days or a week, and they're my whole world, and I would die for them, and thank you." And they'll send me like a couple pictures of their dogs. That has only ever happened 4 times ever, but it's happened 4 times. And that's the most incredible thing on the planet. That I can't think of like a better use for Archer and Leia's platform than that. and that just like makes me so thrilled, like beyond happy. Um, yeah, one time is worth everything, Iceman. Yeah, like you're correct. Like that's amazing because you watch my content. I'm not trying to hide the fact that Archer and Leia are my world. Um, and like for me to play a small role in connecting someone with with their heart dog is the most incredible thing on the planet. Because for me, my animals have never been just animals. I say this a lot, but I mean it. They're the part of me that I wish I was all the time. And to help play a part in connecting someone with that part of them is humbling. But I also I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard because I just post an Insta story. Like the people, the volunteers, the rescues, the shelters, I mean, they do such insane, incredible work. So we got a Squish, everyone. Squish is here. Say hey to Squish. I'm trying to convince my husband to go rescue the husky you posted this morning. Isn't that a beautiful dog? Isn't that a beautiful dog, Maggie? Yeah, I will regularly. I get DMs from a lot of rescues and rescuers. And they're like, hey, can you boost this dog? He's going to be killed in 12, 24, 36 hours, like that sort of thing. And so I post the dogs. I rarely follow up to see to see what happens to the dogs. Because a lot of them don't make it. But yeah. How often do you get sponsor emails? I probably get a couple sponsor emails a day, but they're mostly spam. They have like some weird business models, and I just can't figure them out. Because I'll get emails from like 5 different people working for 5 different companies, all claiming to represent the same brand. And I'm just like, so none of you are coordinating with one another, clearly. And so I don't know what any of this means. But I don't work with a ton of sponsors. I will say I did just sign 2 sponsorships. So this month I will be posting 2 pieces of sponsored content. Apologies in advance. I know nobody likes the sponsored content. I try to make them fun. I think one of them is going to be fun. One of them, the brand is like, they're like, no, you don't have to have fun with it. Just make the video. I'm like, okay, well, you're paying me, so I'll do what you want. So I apologize for that in advance. But am I allowed to say who the sponsors are? I mean, I think so, but I'm not going to. Because I don't want to. Look. I will never take a sponsorship with like a shiesty brand. I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, this happened like 2 years ago now, but I had I had a flea collar brand reach out to me, and they were like, "Hey, we'll pay you $8,000, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's like a lot. We'll pay you $8,000 to make a video for our flea collar." And I was like, okay, well, Archer and Leia don't use flea collars. Like the vet has prescribed this thing for them, so we don't use flea collars. And they're like, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You just say that you do. And I was like, okay, what do you want me to say? And they're like, just say that it's like the best for the thing. I was like, okay, all right, maybe. And then I did some Googling for them, and like their flea collars have like poisoned some dogs, and killed some dogs. And so I was just like, hey, guess what? I'm not going to do this piece of sponsored content with you. I'm not going to work with you. Sorry. And then they were like, what if we paid you $10,000? And I was like, that's a lot of money. Absolutely not. I'm not going to work with you. So, well, don't listen. Don't pat me on the back too hard, Goblin. Because I am about to enter my sellout era. I am actively trying to solicit brands to do, because I want to be a full-time content creator. I do. And the only way to do that is with sponsorships. Period. End of sentence. So don't pat me on the back too hard. Because I will be trying to make some money from this. But I will never ever work with a brand that like doesn't do what they say they do. Like, this is a great example. This water fountain here. I did a water fountain sponsorship for them back in August. And I was like, I don't really need a water fountain. But it's kind of nice. And actually, low key, I did get it for free. They did pay me to make the thing. And I actually really like the water fountain. Archer uses it every day. So, yeah, it worked out. But like, they were saying like, hey, we make a water fountain that we think you'd like. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. And then I made that video for them. So, that's kind of where I'm at. That's the thing. David says, what if they offer $250,000? I don't know, David. I would, well, that was an extreme example because it was like, this thing kills dogs. So I don't think there's an amount of money they could offer me where I would be like, okay, yeah, if you kill dogs, like, fine. Maybe if it were like $10 million, I would do it. Because I'd make a video for them for $10 million in this hypothetical world. And then I would be like, okay, cool. Now I have $10 million. I will start a rescue. We'll start a rescue. And the moment the contract term expires, I'm going to start talking about how shitty they are. But, yeah. So, but, yeah, I mean, I do. There was another one. There was another, like, I can't even remember what it was. It was some platform. This is a couple years ago. You might know the name of it. They like wanted to be a YouTube competitor, but they were for like the anti-woke crowd. They were like Turning Point USA, like Charlie Kirk kind of what's the other one? What's the Ben Shapiro one? I'm just blanking on, brain farting on it. Anyway, they wanted to that, and they were like, hey, can we like license some of your content from you and then like put it on there? And they offered me like a couple $1,000s. And I Googled them and their founder, and they were pushing a lot of videos that were like, yeah, I was thinking of the Daily Wire, but it wasn't the Daily Wire. I can't remember the name of that platform. I genuinely can't remember the name of like what this platform was that reached out to me. And they offered me a couple $1,000s. And I Googled their founder, and he was like, the Sandy Hook didn't happen. They're all like crisis actors, right? Like he was like one of those people. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna work with you. No, it wasn't anything like that. I genuinely can't remember the name. I want to say it started with an R. I genuinely can't remember the name of the platform. But yeah, so, I won't. It's a balance, okay? It's a balance. In a perfect world, I wouldn't do any sponsored content. But I gotta eat. Leia's expensive. So I think it was Rumble. Actually, I do think it was Rumble. But I'm not, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Because I genuinely can't remember. It might have been that. Probably shouldn't have said that on live. I don't want to get hit with a defamation lawsuit. I can neither confirm nor deny it was Rumble. Yeah. Oh, Forrest. Yeah, they're both expensive. Leia has had 2 TPLO surgeries, And both of them added together are still less than the one chylothorax surgery that Archer had. So, hi from the UK. Please give the amazing Huskies a kiss from me. I will, you, Mark. I'm just here for the Leia cam. Thanks, Sildriana. Dude, you made me laugh loudly. What did I say, BCS? I say a lot of stuff, and as soon as I say it, I forget I've said it. What was the joke specifically that made you laugh? Chylothorax, more like Kylo Ren chest surgery. Amen, Forrest, you got it. But Kylo spelled C-H-Y-L-O. This is the whole thing is just awful for all the workers. I can't even imagine. Yeah, it's bad. Does Archer ever get crushes? Yes, he does, but not the way Leia does. Like, nobody gets a crush the way Leia does. Actually, there's one dog who lives a couple blocks away from us. Her name is Abby, and she is the closest thing that Archer has to a crush. But I've never posted a video about it. I have, like, maybe, like, 2 seconds on Insta stories about it. Because usually when Abby's out in the yard, so is the owner. And he and I are chatting, and I'm not just like filming stuff while he and I are chatting. But Archer's very cute. He goes right up to the fence, and he just like wags his tail, and she goes right up to him. And like Leia doesn't give a shit about Abby. Leia's like, whatever, Abby. But Archer gets very cute. So that's kind of the closest thing he has to a crush. And some people who work at their boarding place have told me that Archer has some crushes at like boarding. But yeah. You know, I don't know the guy that well. And so I've never asked for a play date. OMG, I'm so glad to see you guys. Oh, poor Leia, is she okay? Was looking for an update every day after the surgery. Glad I caught you here. YouTube is really bad in giving notifications for this. Well, I haven't posted a video since the surgery. I've just been so tired. And I streamed a lot. I streamed the day of the surgery, and I streamed for like 5 hours yesterday on Twitch. So, my plans this afternoon are to work on videos. So I've got like 4 videos I need to work on. A top 5 comments video, a Leia health update video. Honestly, if you join the live, you got the Leia health update. You're up to speed. And if you're joining late, just watch the VOD, because I explain everything here. So I'm working on those videos. I'm working on a Halloween video. I know Halloween was like a week ago, but basically the video is about how badly my Halloween costume idea failed. And how jealous and angry I get when I look at other Husky content creators and their like elaborate, perfect Halloween costumes with these dogs who are like, yes, dress me up as Wednesday Addams. Like, what the heck? I can't imagine putting a wig on Leia. She would never tolerate that. She won't tolerate a birthday hat. So, yeah. And then the other one, there was one more video I was doing. Come on, Jonathan. I'm brain farting. Sorry, I'm so sleep deprived. There's one more that's in my CapCut that I'm like half finished with, and I just cannot conjure it right now. I'm reminded of something. Bar K. It was an indoor dog park. A few months ago, they closed down because they couldn't keep up with, I think, the rent. I occasionally delivered there. Was that are you in Seattle? Because there was one I really liked in Seattle that wasn't super close to me, but we walked so far. We would walk past it every day. So we would go there a bunch, but they closed down because they wouldn't renew their lease. I spoke with the owner. He was like, yeah, it was real sudden. He was really annoyed by it. He's a really nice guy. So, St. Louis area. You know, I've never been to St. Louis. Weirdly, I have a lot of friends from St. Louis. So I'm weirdly familiar with it by like, just like being in the room over the years while they're talking about like stuff from back home. But I've never been to St. Louis. What does Leia eat for her recovery? Because my dog only had to eat canned food. So, boiled chicken, mostly. I'm trying to get her to eat some rice, but she just doesn't really like rice. And string cheese. She'll eat string cheese and puppy ice cream, but I don't want to rely on those too much. It's just like there's some medication that she has to take with food, and there are only a few foods that Leia will like eat 100% of the time. So I've kind of been relying on that. That's the other video, Z. Thank you. What it's a video about the birthday giveaway. So the long story short is that we'll be making those. The giveaway happened. People won. I've DM'd them. I've DM'd the winners over on Twitch. And when they all tell me what they want, we'll be making those and sending them out. But it was a big success. If you were a winner, you probably won't get it until like early mid-December. So I'm just setting expectations now. But you will get it before like December 15th, I would say, is the latest you would receive it. And it was cool. It was really cool. I actually think if it weren't raining today, I was going to do some Archer paintings on live. But it's pouring. There's no way I can do it in this right now. I'm just like hiding from the rain. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe on Tuesday when we do a Husky live, if the weather's nice, we'll do the paintings together. That could be fun. That could be neat, I think. But the giveaway was really cool, and I think I'm gonna do it again at some point. Like maybe in December, we'll do another kind of like, maybe I'll do like a Twitch subathon or something like that, and we'll do another giveaway. It was just a lot of fun. I kind of don't want to wait for another front page stream to do like another front page day to do like a big 8-hour stream. Cause like, I just had so much fun hanging out with the community. I had the worst cold. I can't believe it wasn't COVID, but I kept testing negative for COVID. I was hopped up on cold medicine. I told some stories on live that I definitely should never have told. 100% should not have shared with that big of an audience. Because there were like, I looked at my analytics and like, it was something like 330,000 people tuned in that day for a bit. I did get a birthday Lego set, Maggie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I every year for my birthday I buy myself the Lego Christmas set. I haven't built it yet. What is your preference to accept some monetary gifts for your babies? That's very sweet of you to ask. I would say I get uncomfortable just like getting money without like giving something in return. I have started a Patreon. There is the YouTube channel memberships. You could always subscribe on Twitch if you enjoy gaming content. I'm not an enemy of money. Yours. I just I don't want to be extractive from the community like that. I want to give. So things like the Patreon, things like the YouTube channel memberships, there's exclusive content there, and much more exclusive content coming. So if you wanted to support the channel on one of those two platforms, that's the best way to do it. Squish has just linked my campsite. There's like every link I have is right there. And you guys are wonderful. I really appreciate your support. It's incredible. The Patreon does give the best split. So I get to keep 90% of the money on the Patreon. I think on YouTube it's something like, I don't know, I need to look at it. I think it's like 80% on YouTube, and I think. But I just got a notification from Target about some of their Lego sets being 40% off, and I'm like, oh, say less, Marie. Say less. But nobody should feel any obligation to give me any money. So just let's get that out the way. But yeah, the Patreon and the YouTube channel memberships do and will have exclusive content. Archer does not like to walk very far without Leia. We go maybe half a mile, and then he's like, okay, I'm ready to turn home. She won't tolerate socks. I've been getting messages from a lot of people. They're like, oh, you should set up ramps for her to get up and down on the couch. And people were also like, oh, you should get her a wagon or like a stroller to take her on walks. I need you to know there is not a world in which she would tolerate either of those things. If I put Leia in a stroller and took her on a walk, like she would do everything in her power to leap out of that stroller. She would hurt herself. It would be more harm than good. Maggie, yeah, I do want to do TikTok lives. Here's the issue I have with TikTok lives. I don't have an issue with TikTok lives, but I kind of prefer the engagement with the community on Twitch or on YouTube. Whereas for me, TikTok lives, I think the kind of culture of a TikTok live is like, hey, you guys, send me those GIFs and tap that screen. Send me the GIFs, tap the screen. Send me the GIFs, tap the screen. And I would kind of like weirdly rather just like chat with the audience like we're doing right now. And yeah, TikTok lives are like weirdly fast. It is my biggest audience. I do have 1.2 million followers on TikTok, so I don't want to neglect that audience. But just like the culture of the TikTok live is like a little bit more frenetic, and I just kind of have to be in the right like ADHD headspace for that. And like Twitch and YouTube are my favorite lives, which is why I prioritize doing the Husky streams and the and the Twitch streams. And also TikTok, it won't save the VODs. You have to like request to download them. Whereas YouTube, everything lives on as a VOD. And I get a lot of people being like, oh no, I missed your live. And YouTube will just like save it as a VOD, so you can just watch the live later if you want. Look at her dreaming. Look at her dreaming. She did it herself, Amanda. I watched her do it. She did it very carefully, so I'm very proud. She didn't use her leg at all, which is good. Strollers are super common for little or older dogs in busy places or when it's too hot on the ground. Yeah. Not as bad as South Korea, though. I don't know what that is pertaining. I literally don't know what that is a response to. Hope it wasn't racist. I don't think it was, but hope it wasn't. Where are you sitting right now? Are you talking into a separate mic and have your phone on a tripod? I'm imagining you crouching on the floor, talking into your perfectly still held phone. My phone is on a tripod. I am right behind it, scrolling on the screen. So I'm sat crisscross applesauce in one of the few dry spots on the deck. What surgery did she do? Yara, she had a TPLO surgery on her knee. You can see right there, that leg is all shaved because that's where she had her surgery. The scar is on the other side. She's sleeping on it right now. And then this little shavy bit right here is where they put the IV in. Thank you, Squish. Have you considered a doggy wheelchair while she recovers? I just talked about that, Hornet Gags. She will not tolerate that. Not even a little bit would she put up with that. My dog is getting an MRI at the vet right now to see if she needs one or more TPLOs. I mean, well, this was Leia's second TPLO, so solidarity. I'm right there with you. Can we see a day in the life kind of blog in the near future, like long vlog and not a reel? Yes. I used to do day in the life videos, which is one of the reasons why I started the Patreon, so that I can hire an editor to help me put videos out more consistently. Um, and day in the life is a big one. I want to do a monthly day in the life video, like I used to do, but I haven't done one for a couple of years because I've just been like, it's so hard for me to make that longer form content because it takes up so much time. And the support from the patrons and the YouTube channel members is literally just going to pay for an editor. I would also like to buy a better camera because right now I basically just record everything on my phone, and it's an iPhone 16 Pro. This has got a decent camera, but I have like 230,000 subscribers on YouTube. I should probably invest in like a proper video camera to make proper videos, you know. I also want to say that I love the hate comments video too, which you posted the last time. It was hilarious. Love your commentary. Thank you, Z. Well, I'm aspiring to make those weekly. Starting next week. I filmed one this week. I got like 60% of the way through editing it. I'm just not going to have the time to finish it between now and tomorrow. And again, I haven't hired the editor yet. So, how many stitches does she have? I don't actually know the answer to that. I don't know the number. I can tell you the scar is about that long on her knee. Look at her dreaming. She's so wonderful. I'm obsessed with her. Okay. I know Leia's the star of the show right now because she had her surgery. Maybe I can... Yeah, I can't show you her scar because it's on the other side. Oh, I wasn't going to touch it, Leia. I wasn't going to touch it, beautiful girl. I love you. I would never intentionally hurt you, miss. Never, ever. I love you so much, perfect girl. Yeah, you're so beautiful. She's so sharky. Okay. I'll let you go back to napping. Good girl. I just wanted to show you Archer now that he's repositioned. Look how fearsome he looks. Hey, guys. Actually, I should say this. A couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I set the camera up on a tripod, just like this, and it was raining, just like it is right now, and Archer was napping in this spot where he's napping right now, and I filmed it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. I just let the camera run, and I was like, maybe I should just like post this on YouTube of just like 1 hour of Archer napping in the rain. And do you want me to do that? Because like I have the video. Okay, if that's something you guys would be interested in, because I know that there were some people who were like, yeah, just like have that on in the background or on in like another screen. Okay, yeah. You really should post this ASMR. Yeah, but I don't. I'm. Okay, I'll post it. It will be like the exception, not the rule. But I'll post it. Yeah. I'll try to post it today. Actually, I basically need to put the thing into Adobe Premiere, and I need to cut off the beginning and the end when I'm like setting up the camera and taking it down. But yeah. I mean, it'll just be this, and nobody make any noise. Just for like 10 seconds. So that's it. You just got a preview of that video. That's what it's gonna. It was pretty boring, but yeah. He has howled exactly one time ever. He was a puppy. He was, I want to say, he was like 11 weeks old, something like that. And he was too young to go on a long walk with me and Leia, so I left him behind. And my wife filmed him howling. He was so upset that he didn't get to go on this walk with us. And it was the first and only time he has ever howled. But we have it on video. I've posted it a couple of times. Actually, if you go on my YouTube page, there is a video There are a couple of videos of like Puppy Archer, like not a short, like a video, and you can find it. Yeah, he's just a sweet, sensitive boy. He just loves so big. He just loves so big. Such a good boy. He has really soft ears too. Just for the record. How's Archer been with Leia's leg? He's been so great, Skriz. He's been so great. He's been a really good brother. He howled once and said, "Nope, not a wolf." Yeah, that's fair. I've done the whole thing too, where I've like brought out my laptop and I've pulled up YouTube videos of wolves howling, and I pressed play because I was like, maybe this will get them to howl, and they vocalize. They're like, Leia especially is like, woo, 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 but they don't howl in response. So, Mom, Jonathan answered me. What? I did, Kira? He howled once and said, "Nope, I'm not a wolf." Yeah, I did. Yeah. It makes my dogs bark. That's so cute. That's really cute. I kind of wish they did that, but yeah. You know what happens to me a lot? This actually happens to me a lot. Is I'll meet like random people in the street, and they'll be like, "Oh, your dogs are really beautiful. Can I say hi to them?" I'm like, "Oh my God, of course." And they're like, "Oh, I love Huskies." I'm like, "Oh, me too. You know, that's why I have them." And then they'll be like, this has happened to me like 12.5 times easily. And then they'll be like, "I love watching Husky videos online." And I'm like, "Oh, me too." And then I'm like, I know where this is going. They recognize Archer and Leia. They're going to talk about it. They're going to be like, "Is this Archer and Leia?" And I'm going to be like, "Yeah, it is." But then they're like, "I love those videos of them howling. You ever see those videos of those Huskies howling? Like Takani or something?" Like, "Yeah, I've seen those videos." And they're like, "Yeah, I love those videos. Those Huskies howling like crazy." I'm like, "Yep, those are great videos." And that's usually how the conversation goes. But I want to be like, "Do you like any other Husky videos? Have you seen any other Husky videos? What about the Husky who's like protesting in front of the treat store? You ever see that video? That's a great video." I want to be like, "What about that Husky who's obsessed with the DuckTales theme song? You ever see that video? That's a great video." I've never done that, but I've wanted to do that. The petulant child deep inside of me, not that deep. It's pretty much just below the surface. Really wants to do that, but I've never done that. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Hope. Do you know who don't you know who my father is? Yeah. Wolves howling and dogs woo-wooing are so contagious. I love to listen to them and go woo too. Good for you, Pretzel. Live your truth. A husky with a bisexual bandana? You ever seen those? Actually, she just has kind of a generic pride bandana. I don't have a specific bisexual one. Look at him. He's over it. You're so handsome, Archer. Everyone thinks so. Hey, guys. I've been going for almost an hour and a half. I'm sorry. I gotta cut it short. No. Actually, I told you I'm doing some sponsored content this month. And one of them wants a script today. It's due today, and I haven't written it yet. So I'm going to end the live. I'm going to get myself something to eat because I skipped breakfast today as well, and it's 12:45, and I'm very hungry. So I'm going to end the live. I'm going to eat something. I'm going to write this script for the sponsored content. And then I'm going to get to work on some videos. I have a lot of videos to edit, so I'll be posting at least one today. I'm kind of shooting for 2, but I don't know if I'll have time. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you to everyone who sent in super chats. You have been stupidly generous, and I really appreciate you all. So thanks for everything. Thanks for caring about Leia and Archer. but Leia during her recovery. And yeah, I'll keep you posted. So thanks for everything. Bye for now. Bye.